Well, here we are again, the three minstrels. How are you today, Roy?
Good.
Hi, Roy.
Well,
Hello.
needless to
Good for an old man.
don't have to say you look awfully darn good. What's
hard to
new,
be
right? Yeah, right. How are you, Wes?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good stuff. So, you know what I thought I'd like to talk a little bit more about today was because it was such a defining period, I think, in the whole what we call Riverton music, fine country folk. I mean, certainly the most prolific era in terms of fame that was really taken province-wide and really even Canada-wide in some respects because of the recording and the albums and stuff like that. So I'd like to talk a little bit more about fine country folk, share a couple of things that I think are maybe a little bit of trivia in nature, and that would be the name of fine country folk. My theory is that it goes back to when I think this was probably about 1975-ish, and it was the opening of the grandstand. Like it was, I think it was called a grandstand or amphitheater. I think it was called the amphitheater at Hecla. The park had already been open. It was the opening of the amphitheater, and Retreat, which was at that time Lorne Martin, Dick Johnson, of course, and I believe Alvin Johannesson was Retreat at that time, maybe Sigrid. And they were asked to play and to also pull together some more Riverton musicians to fill out the show. So somehow I got involved in it, and I guess obviously as the MC. And so we were rehearsing for that and getting ready for it, and we were kind of stumped as to what the heck we would call our whole troupe, our whole cast, which included So Does Retreat, and Roy, I believe you were there. I'm pretty certain. Leah and Ainer were there. Brenda Sigurdsson and Susie Bedinson were on that show. Freddie Olson, and probably some others I'm forgetting. But anyway, so Dick at that time had this big camper on the back of his truck, and we decided to use it as a bit of a poster. And we put together these signs with the name Music by Retreat and other fine country folk from Riverton. So those words, fine country folk, were first used on that banner for the opening of that show. And then it became the name of the band. And I'm not quite sure how that happened. Roy, do you have any recollection of that? Or if your research assistant is nearby, maybe she can tell us.
Our name, Fine Country Folk. First, we were going to be the Fine Country Gentlemen. But then you had to put our, how do you say this now? You had to patent the name.
Trademark, yeah.
Trademark, yeah, and Fine Country Gentlemen was. So we did Fine Country Folk, and that's went. And that could have been from the time from Hecla.
Yeah, I remember having this discussion with Dick, and one more time, we wish he was still with us because he could fill in the blanks here. But that certainly was my recollection of how it started. And another question, Roy, do you remember where you were and with whom the first time you heard your record on the radio?
Well, I must have been with my wife on the radio. Yeah, she was driving in the city and we heard it, and my head just went just like this.
It exploded. Was that an explosion moment?
Exactly. And it was so nice, like the boys, Rob Mitchell and Kubitschek, they sure did a good thing for us.
Yeah, those guys really, that whole station was
For
exceptional
sure.
in promoting local talent.
Well, when they placed the radio, the song came on the radio, then the next day the phone just rang off the hook. People phoning to hire us to sing for them,
Wow.
and we didn't know what to do. This is an exciting outfit.
Yeah, so that would have been quite a situation there. You got your song on the radio. You're getting all kinds of interest as a result. Now it's the logistics you got to think about, like how are you going to travel to these gigs? And like you said, you had to go in a couple of cars.
Yeah, well,
with the equipment and everything.
Well, Dickie had a big van then, and they went in then our car. We went on that, and there was lots of work, And then to put a show, get all your songs together,
right?
Memorize them all, because that's one thing I don't like to do is I can't to sing a song and read it on the paper. It doesn't work because you lose so much of the song.
Right.
Like I like to put it really to grab your heart and you got to know, boy.
Make them cry.
So you must have been loaded with hundreds of songs in your brain.
Oh yeah, I knew hundreds of songs and without music, just one after the other.
That brings up something. How did you guys decide on what your repertoire was going to be like? I mean, like you said, you had a ton of songs in your head to fall back on, and I'm sure Cliff did too, and Leia. But at that time, were you already thinking in terms of picking the tunes that you wanted to perform? Was there a plan of action there, like a sound or a feeling you wanted to convey with the way you chose your songs?
Oh yeah, here Clifford, he's the guy that sang all the fast songs, and then of course he played the banjo, did bluegrass. He was right there with his outfit. Leia, the smallest guy there, sings bass, which makes me just, He had his songs that he sang all his life, and he picked those up. And Dickie sang his, and the ones I did. Like I can't have a hard time to sing a fast or a loud song. It's got to be slow, and I picked those, and they seem to every place we played, they just give us such a just ovation, and I'm not bragging either.
Well, that's what made your band so unique. Is you had 4 lead singers, really, right, Wes? I mean that was. And then you could all do harmonies, right? Yeah.
Me and Dickie, we changed harmonies. Like the time they ruined one of our songs on CBC, on TV, they wouldn't let Carol go into the room to handle the sound. So then, on the song we sang, I sang the verse, and then Clifford would do something else. I don't know what you call it. He'd sing, and then I'd do the harmony on that part. So then when that guy that didn't know who and what we sang or nothing, it all wrecked the song. Because here I'm singing the lead, and then all of a sudden the second harmony I'm singing that comes out and drowns out the first one.
Right.
And if you seen Dickie mad, then boy, holy Christ. You really killed that guy.
Yeah, don't mess with Dixon music.
No, and I don't see, like, how in the hell did he know who? He didn't know us.
No.
So if you don't know somebody, Carol could have went in there and handled the boards.
Well, at least, the least they should have done is have her right by the guy, and she could be, cueing him and directing him as to who was taking what part, and that would have smoothed everything out. But
well, yeah, he said I'm a professional. Of what?
Certainly not of fine country folk music.
No, he wasn't.
So I
Just
have
goes to show
another,
never mess with a professional.
No.
so I have another question, Roy. Did the band continue playing at all after Leah passed away? I can't remember.
No, not much. Not till Lauren came.
Right,
Well,
and then
then,
Warren
well,
started with you.
Yeah, well, and then Cliff, after Leah died, then Cliff, he just wanted to quit. Yeah, like he sang at my like a party for me and that, just friends, but
Yeah.
he wouldn't go on the road until Lauren came, and then we went. He came with us.
Were you still called Fine Country Folk then?
No, we put it.
Oh, Cool Water.
Cool
Water.
Water, yeah.
Right. There's another band. That was almost another era that we had forgotten about.
Yeah, hot water, cool water.
And of course, that included Jenny, Dick's daughter, correct?
Yeah. Jenny,
Right.
and then we got Mike Flynn.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, remember when you went to Lynn Lake, Wes?
Yes. How could I forget?
Well, this sounds like a good one. Let's hear it.
There's almost a book there,
Yeah, we went there twice. We got up at 3:00 in the morning and got there at 4:00 in the afternoon. Then we had to climb upstairs. There we're going like this to do a show that night. Then next day we had a dance, full hall, 1:00, and we said now we stop at 1:00. And this young girl there, good looking chick boy, bathing, she was on a white and a cowboy hat she had, and she ran around the whole bloody hall with a hat like this. Comes back, dumps, I don't know many 20s on the stage in front of us. Away you go another half an hour, just.
Oh, I thought she was going to ask you guys to strip or something.
No.
Oh.
Carol was with me, so I didn't. That was a good evening, or a good trip.
Boy,
So, Wes, were you playing on that show?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
I was sitting in on some lead guitar and stuff. I don't know. Did I have my steel with me there?
No.
I don't think so. I think there was just I was playing lead guitar on some stuff.
And then
But,
on the way home, I'll never forget this. This little red car, tears past us 100 miles an hour, and there's nobody in that. That road is pretty desolate. Well, after about 15 or 20 miles, there he is. RCMP caught him. He gave him the finger, such a bull. No,
You'll never pass a Fine Country Folk bus.
No.
Pretty much sinful.
No, that was a nice trip.
I don't think I ever laughed so much over about 4 hours there as that trip. I was sore.
Well, later he couldn't speak. He was just sick. Remember, he was blowing up the air mattress, and then Mike telling us a joke about the vegetables. Like I won't say no more about that, but it was.
So you never had any fun.
Oh, it was always fun. We always enjoyed ourselves.
Yeah, you guys were certainly something to behold. You mentioned Mike, and then of course somebody we haven't talked about at all is your other drummer,
Gene Bodykevich.
Yes, he was with you guys for a lot of years.
Oh yeah, well, just about all of them. I joined for two, and he what did he have, cancer or something? And he operation he laid up for a couple of years.
He was a big part of your sound for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Solid and Dependable. That's Gene.
Yeah.
And he just loved it. Like he almost became another one of those Riverton's adopted sons.
Oh yeah, he still is.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
once I was singing at a hootenanny. That was 50, 60 years ago. And the drummer, I'm not saying who he was, but I told him, get the hell off the stage. I can't stand him because he's just driving me crazy.
Where was that, Roy?
At the hall.
I was there.
In Hudson.
No, were you in Hudson?
I was in
No.
Hudson.
No.
Were you, Wesley?
Yes, I was. Yeah.
And who was it? Dennis?
Yeah, it was the whole
And
core
Laura.
of the Hootenanny gang.
Well, I was fishing at Frog Bay, and I left, took my nice new clothes with me to Frog Bay, instead of going all the way from Frog Bay home.
Yeah.
It's shorter. So me and Earl was driving in. We stopped in the beer parlor for a couple of years, and these 4 or 5 native guys are sitting there, and they're talking. I hear there's 5 guys of the concert tonight, and one woman. A woman. I wonder what she does. She must be the cook. That's so funny.
Oh my word!
Gotta be the cook. And then they all came to the dance. It was excellent. But I never forgot that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.